What's up, friends? It's Phil Firecore. Welcome back to Set Showcase. Today we're going to be showcasing a set of a very infamous Pokemon inside of Generation 8 OU, being Clefable. Now, Clefable, if you guys didn't know, the month of May, for the OU usage stats, I'm pretty sure it had something like 47% usage. So that's a pretty high amount of games that have Clefable, which is insane. Like, that much Clefable is just unhealthy for the meta. And a few of these sets are pretty much the only reason why this thing is so top tier inside of OU. But let's break this down. So the team's name is OU, since that's, well, pretty much where you're going to see this thing. Since it is definitely an OU mon. People are considering of banning it or banning its infamous move. But let's break down why this thing is actually so good. So we're going to start off with the infamous one that most people use, the Wish Protect set, or the Wish Teleport set. So if you guys didn't know, Wish is a move that pretty much just heals yourself or your ally if they switch in on it. It takes 2 turns to activate, so you activate it, and then you have to wait a turn, and then at the end of that turn, it'll pop up, and then you'll heal a certain amount of HP from the, I'm pretty sure it's from the base HP of the Clefable, or whoever used the Wish, which is pretty cool. So what this thing does is it uses Wish, which, well, it just has Wish up. So it'll heal itself in 2 turns. But then, next turn, it goes for the Teleport, which is a negative priority 6 move, so it's almost guaranteed to go last. So Clefable eats the hit, it switches out, and then this Pokemon comes in on the last of the turn, whatever you want to switch in on the Wish, and then that Pokemon will get healed up. So hopefully that was a good explanation of it. I could maybe just show you it, but I don't have anyone to do any, like, training with or a showcase. Maybe I'll get a second computer so I can do an actual showcase. But that's pretty much the only reason why this thing is so good. It also has the Magic Guard ability, which adds to it, but Wish Teleport is the thing that this thing is known for. You can also give it leftovers, but Magic Guard, it's really strong. Since this thing lives forever, you can just make this thing a really tanky mon. And Magic Guard makes it so it only can take damage from actual attacks. So it can't be toxic, it can't be burnt, it doesn't take damage from those things. I'm pretty sure it does take the negative side effects, like if it's paralyzed, it has its speed cut in half, but I'm pretty sure it's still, well, like, it can't get paralyzed, at least I don't think. But this thing also runs Protect, so it can heal itself up from the Wish. And then Moonblast, since it has a pretty good special attack. But that's basically all you gotta know about Clefable. This thing is kind of like a must-have on some teams if you need like a defensive core. You can run this thing physically defensive, or the one most people use, the specially defensive one. Now, this thing is a brick wall. Even a super effective move, like Flash Cannon or something, you're not gonna be able to take this thing out. I'm pretty sure a few Pokemon run like Steel Beam, which is a 140 base power special steel type move, which like cuts the user's HP in half, but it's strong enough that I'm pretty sure it can one-shot some Clefables, so that's a tech people are using. But let's move on to the next one, which is the Wish Heal Bell set. So this is pretty much the exact same thing, but this does not rely on Protect. So if you're really a troll, you don't even put Moonblast on the Clefable, but I prefer to have some kind of a way to have, some offensive presence. But this thing just has the Wish Teleport normal, but this has the Heal Bell. Now, you can run Aromatherapy, but Heal Bell works just the same. I'm pretty sure they have the exact same amount of PP. Pretty much what they do, well, these particular moves, they heal the entire party of status conditions. So let's say there's a Toxapex that's just spreading around a bunch of Toxic Spikes. You've cleared up the Toxic Spikes and taken out the Toxapex, but your entire team is poisoned. If you use Heal Bell, your entire team cured of poison, which is awesome. But it does the exact same thing as the other Clefable, but it doesn't have Protect. But you can switch things out if you want. If you want the Clefable just to stay around forever, well, then probably should just get rid of Moonblast, and this will just be a Wish Passer. which is something that's very good at. All right, next we have the Calm Mind Life Orb set. The sets after this are not used as much. These three are the ones that, well, you pretty much see like 90% of the time. But the Calm Mind Orb set is very strong. So the Magic Guard ability, I'm pretty sure negates the side effects of Life Orb. So whenever you use Life Orb, you get your 1.3 damage buff, but you do not take the 1/8 of your health every single time you use it, which is pretty cool. So Magic Guard is very good with Life Orb. I'm pretty sure Sigilyph has the exact same thing, and it doesn't take Life Orb damage, which is nice. But pairing that up with a Calm Mind with a really strong stab attack, you're going to be doing a bunch of damage. So this thing has a Flamethrower for Ferrothorn, Soft Boil to heal back up. I'm not sure why this thing is a physically defensive clef. Probably because they know that you're going to be healing or recovering. You're going to be gaining special defense, so they want to have some defensive presence. You can do whatever you want with this thing. I don't know why it's physically defensive. I made this team quite a while ago. But yeah, if you want, you could do like a full offensive clef, which is pretty interesting to use. But yeah, this is something you can see quite a bit. Then we have T-Wave. Now, this thing pretty much just does the exact same thing as the Heal Bell user, but it has a Thunder Wave. Now, as you guys probably know, Thunder Wave is a painfully annoying move since getting paralyzed is always annoying. Not only it cuts your speed in half, which is horrible for almost every single mono set of the entire game. Unless you're running a Trick Room team, you do not want to be slower than your opponent, and having your speed cut in half is painful. But yeah, you can just go for Thunder Waves and spread around the paralysis. Now, one thing that I probably should mention is you can run physically defensive clefs. So all of these tanky clefs, so the ones with leftovers like T-Wave, Heal Bell, and Wish, all of those do have the possibility to be physically defensive clefs, which you could use if you want to make sure you don't get beat up by Conkeldurr, because I'm pretty sure Conkeldurr can two-shot you with Earthquake if you're especially defensive, but if you're physically defensive with a defensive nature, pretty sure it lives quite a bit. It definitely lives more, but I don't know how much more. I haven't really used that many physically defensive clefs, since if I want a physical wall, I usually just run Hippowdon. But, you know, this thing works too. So interchange the Spadef for the defense if you want. And then we have the final set, which is one you will probably never see, ever. This is the Scarf Clefable. Now, this is actually a unaware Clefable. So what unaware does, it pretty much makes it so you do not take any extra damage from a buffed up opponent. So if someone goes for Sword Stance and hits you, and it goes for another Sword Stance, it's going to do the exact same amount of damage as normal. So actually, I probably said that wrong. It doesn't matter how many buffs they have, you're going to be doing the exact same, or they're going to be doing the exact same amount of damage to you. So it doesn't matter if they're plus 27 inside a special attack. A Shadow Ball is going to do the exact same much as a 0 buffed up Pokemon using Shadow Ball, which is awesome. And you can use Unaware on some of these mons. There are a couple really strange sets, like this Unaware Heavy Duty Boot set. So you trick people to thinking that you're a Magic Guard because you don't take damage from entry hazards. So then they feel inclined to set up on you. But then your Clefable can come in and, well, just kind of set up on it. And then it goes for an attack, and it's like, wait a minute, why am I not doing enough damage? Why am I not doing any damage to this thing? And it turns out it's actually an Unaware Clef. I'm pretty sure Envy made a video on that. Probably should check that out. But yeah, any of these mons you can run Unaware, but Magic Guard is just preferred, since all the tanky sets usually like running that. And the Life Orb one, most of the time has to run Magic Guard so it doesn't take the Life Orb damage. But there are other Clefable sets. But back to the Pokemon that I'm actually showcasing, or the set I'm showcasing. This is the Choice Scarf Clefable. Easiest way for me to say this, do not use this thing unless you really want to be a memer. This is just a Choice Scarf Clefable with some strong attacks. Okay, so what this thing does is he pretty much just, well, she goes in there and just deals strong attacks. She has a pretty good special attack and a pretty good speed, like, pretty good. But if you put the Choice Scarf on, you're going to be pretty fast. I don't know exactly how much. Let me check. I'm pretty sure it doubles it. I'm pretty sure you're going to be getting about, like, 350, maybe 400. I'm not sure. I don't know how much Choice Scarf ups. Let me check. Yeah, 1.5. So you're going to be around like 350 or something, which is a pretty decent speed stat. You're going to be outrunning quite a bit of things. And Moonblast is a strong attack. And if you're full special attack, you can deal some good damage. I've never used this, but maybe I'll make a showdown live or something. Or a showdown All-Stars messing with Choice Scarf Clefable. Since it's a lot more interesting to watch than a Clefable coming in, going for the teleport after the wish, and then the Pokemon gets healed up, and then it switches back into Clef, and then heals up its entire team. And that's like the game never even happened. You didn't lose any HP, you just back to square one, but with less PP. PP. Okay, but that is the Clefable set showcase. It is a very interesting mon. I really don't know how to even think about this thing. Like, I kind of want it gone. Like, I kind of do. But that's just because of teleport. I think Wish passing, perfectly fine. I think Wish Protect, perfectly fine. I use Wish Protect Vaporeon all the time. But, personally, I think Teleport makes this thing a little too strong, since it also has the Magic Guard ability and the Unaware ability. It's really hard to take this thing out, and it can just heal itself up back to full. So, yeah, Wish Protect Clef is a brutal monster that probably needs to be banned, or at least the Teleport needs to be banned. But with that being said, guys, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and keep on the lookout for my videos.